Welcome, people of the internet and YouTube, just like that, gaming back with another gameplay commentary from Black Ops 3. Playing some hardcore TDM on Combine here, rocking the VMP, but I don't stay with the VMP, and this is what the commentary for today is going to be about, which is don't rage quit. I've been known myself to rage quit back in Modern Warfare 2. I realized that my stats wouldn't, because I cared so much about my kill death ratio back then. And it wasn't a very good kill death ratio. It was below 1 back in Modern Warfare 2, but I cared so much about what my kill death ratio was going to be that if I had a bad game, what I'd do is unplug my wireless adapter that was on the back of my Xbox 360 so that the game wouldn't count. And that's like dashboarding. And now I look at it and I just laugh at myself. I'm like, wow, I was such a loser then. Because now, instead of rage quitting, I just find other ways to do well. And normally I stick it out in a game just because if you stick it out in a game, you get the reward of crypto keys, which is pretty damn nice. But the other thing, too, though, is you can have a bad game or you can be playing bad, and all you need to do is switch something up. And sometimes nothing seems like it's working, but the best thing you can do is to stay in that lobby, because you know what? Even if you have that one bad game or you have a bad stretch in a game, the worst thing you can do is quit, because you only get angrier. Because once you rage quit, you're like, fuck, I need to do good next game. You start next game off and you're trying harder, right? So normally what I do now, especially if I'm doing bad in a game, I'm like, hey, let me just step back for a second and breathe, and okay. And for me in this game, there was a point where I started to just drop off. I started to play terrible. I do well in some spurts and then just start playing terribly. And this is the thing. Like, I could just, once I started to go on the decline, I could have quit and just been like, okay, I'm not gonna play this anymore and wait till the next game I played. But instead, I try to switch things up. So what I would do is change the gun I'm using, right? Change the class. And that's one of the biggest things you can do. That's one of my biggest suggestions is right here. Like, I'm lost, right? We all get to those points in games where nothing seems to start going right. Players aren't coming to you. Nothing's working the way you want it to work. And it's frustrating. It really is. And the reason why I chose this game was because this is the perfect example of why I say don't rage quit, is because it's so easy when things aren't going your way, just say I'm going to quit and go to the next game. But as you'll see as this game progresses, is I don't do great, and then all of a sudden something clicks and everything starts working in my favor. So, and even here I've changed the Razorback, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to see what I can do now. And I'm not saying things go from bad to worse, but they went from bad to worse and then to really good. I'll make one more weapon change and everything seems to go great towards the end of this gameplay, but I won't spoil it. Essentially, what I'm saying about the don't rage quit, you're also putting your team at a great disadvantage when bad things happen, right? If, let's say, 2 guys on your team rage quit, well, now it's a 6-on-4, and then they can get air support and all this other stuff. Like, that's the other thing too, is I hate rage quit. I hate joining games when it's either the close to the end of the second round of domination and the other team is just shitting on the other team with kill streaks in the air and everything going against that one team, and now you're on that team and you go like 2-5, you're like, fuck, this sucks. But I like those games as well and that's all because someone rage quit, right? And I don't like the idea of putting somebody in that situation and being like, okay. So I switched to the Kuda, and I'm like, okay, maybe the Kuda can get me a couple kills, because there were a couple times in this game that I thought I should have had kills that I didn't get, right? And by the way, I've fallen in love with this gun. I don't know why I didn't use it for the first like 3 months of this game, but now that I found how good it is, I'm like, oh, I gotta use this gun all the time now. Because it really is great, and this is what I'm saying, is I had a really tough time, and there was a lot of deaths I felt like I shouldn't have had, and I, instead of rage quitting, I stay in it, and things seem to go better for me. I pick up my own gun that I dropped earlier in the game, but, and that's all it takes sometimes. It just takes resetting yourself, either changing the gun, or just changing the playstyle for that game, figuring out what the other team's doing instead of rage quitting, because it puts your team at a disadvantage. I don't like, I somewhat care about stats. Can't say like I care a huge amount about my kill death ratio, but my wins and losses, like, I play to win the game. I'm not in that game so I lose. I'm like, no, I want to win. So I guess that takes away when you rage quit, right? Because you automatically lose. And the old me would have been like, oh, that's fine. But now I'm way more, I need to win every game that I'm in. And I definitely try hard enough to do that. But like I said, like, this is a good streak for me. I get a merciless here, but it was just one of those things where I didn't quit. I decided to stay in to the end. And the big reason why is we end up winning this game at the end. And it's somewhat because of the streak I went on right there. I think I got 13 straight kills or something like that. And things just started to work out well, and we ended up winning the game. I think if I wasn't in the game, or if that didn't happen, I don't know if this would have been a win, and it would have been a loss if I had rage quitted. Instead, I feel so much better because I helped the team win. I, reset myself, and we end up winning the game. I finished top my team. I don't have a tremendous game, but at one point I think I was maybe 11-11, and I finished off 24-14. So that to me symbolizes or shows that it actually helps to not rage quit. So what do you guys think? Do you guys normally rage quit out of games? Let me know down below with a comment. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you really like this video, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, just like that gaming, signing off. Peace.